In the beginning, God spoke. That's the nutshell version of Genesis chapter 1. Into the formless void of nothing, God created by speaking. Think about it. God creates everything with His word. So, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. People don't usually think of words this way. Instead, we think words are simply a way of passing along information to describe things. But when God speaks, He isn't talking about something or making suggestions. God's word creates. It does what it says. For 6 days, God spoke creation into existence until light, darkness, land, water, and life of all kinds filled the seas, skies, and earth. And then God created human beings. That means that just as the planets, trees, and birds didn't create themselves, neither did you. This is just another way of saying, you are a creature. You aren't God. You have a God. Did you hear that? You have a God who provides everything necessary for life. Knowing that, believing that, also gives peace. That means you don't have to worry about your life, what you'll eat, where you'll sleep, or about your purpose in life. God provides it all. You live in peace with God the Almighty Creator when you trust God's Word. Luther understood that this peace is the image of God. God created humans, both male and female, in His image. We are the image of God when we are completely at peace as God's creatures, trusting God's Word so fully that even danger and death don't bother us. That is true peace, and that is how God created us to be in His image. This peace extended even when God told Adam he could eat of every tree of the garden, except for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For on the day he ate of that tree, he would surely die. No big deal, just God giving a word of freedom and warning to His creature. Adam trusted God without a doubt that even the mention of evil and death didn't disturb his peace. But the peace was disturbed when the snake in the garden began putting questions about God's word into Adam and Eve's ears. Did God really say? Is God telling you the truth? Could God be hiding something? And then the snake called God a liar, saying, "You will not die. God knows that when you eat of the one tree, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God." Adam and Eve fell for the serpent's lies, and doubt and distrust ruled in their hearts. Just the sound of God walking in the garden caused them to fear. The peace they had with God became hiding and blaming. Keep reading through Genesis 3 and notice how all the good gifts of God are now experienced as curses. Peace became sin, and ever since Adam and Eve, human beings are trying to find that peace again. But God the Almighty Creator is a giver, and just as He chased Adam and Eve down with His word, including His promise about the coming of Christ, the promised seed, He chases you down too with that same word of promise. When you have faith in that word, you live in peace with God.